You want to introduce a name for the record.
Yeah. Okay, good morning everyone. My name is Wayne Polaya and I am the chairman of the Hatters Steel Orchestra. As indicated by the PRO a little earlier, we were expecting to have people from the Unicut come here this morning, but I got a message indicating that they won't be able to attend and it can be scheduled for Wednesday. But having the president and others here today, we decided to continue with our program and remain with what else in future. Madam President, let me take the opportunity to welcome you to San Fernando and the Hatters Steel Orchestra. A few days ago, I saw on an article on the papers, and I just indicate the headline. Alwari, that is the Member of Parliament for San Fernando West, our MP. Government seeking solution to Hatters break-ins. I appreciate the fact that they appealed some attention to it and that they made that statement. However, while that is an important thing, there are other things in addition to the break-ins, which is approximately 1 year ago, not too long after the carnival season, the waterfront development program started. As a result, it was necessary for part of the panyard to be cut away. We did have some discussions with representative of the MP's office who indicated that there will be, Hatters will get a state-of-the-art pan theatre later down the line. However, during the period then to now, Hatters has been unable to practice or to do anything here because number one, it's an unsafe condition, and then in addition to that, well, COVID came, but after that they had steel band concerts, and so during the pan month, the carnival season, and other bands were able to practice, and so which means the bands started to practice. We are unable to function. However, we did have some discussions with regards to the building obliquely opposite us, or the property rather, which would have been the Ministry of Works compound. And just to use as a temporary facility. However, that is not happening because right now the buildings are being demolished. We thought that if having buildings and the Ministry of Works moved out, we would have been able to utilize those buildings so that we would have been able to secure the pans and run our everyday normal program until we get our state-of-the-art panyard. However, that didn't happen, and here we are today because what is happening is that we will need a place to practice, at least stateside practice, and the security of our pans. However, long after that it takes, I don't know what's going to happen. Because if we have a Carnival 22 and beyond, Hatters cannot practice in a little area where we have a stateside practice. We will need the full panyard environment. So we are here this morning, and I'm happy that the president is here so that we can deal with it from here and onward.
Yeah, Wayne, before you conclude there, so you said that you always promised a state-of-the-art
pan facility.
Where was that supposed to be?
That would have been north and west of this where we are now.
And that's
north and west of this facility.
Was this confirmed in writing?
No, nothing was confirmed in writing. I mean, we trust people because they are in position, and I'm not saying that it will not happen. What I'm saying is today we don't know what is happening next. We know that it didn't happen yet, but what happens on the interim between then and now is the big question.
Now, I know you said that you were hoping to use the facilities by the Works Department, and it's been condemned right now. And what you want to add to the fact that the facilities, what are you still going there?
I don't know. It is not our facility. We were asking if it is possible, and what we suggested is that in as much as there would have been buildings there that could have accommodated the band, it would have been a good place for us to go. It would not have cost much to kind of shift a few little things around, and we will have had a good panyard facility, temporary facility, until we get our facility.
So it was promised that we would move your stuff there
As a matter of
temporarily.
fact, temporarily. As a matter of fact, even before that, when they cut the Spaniard,
But
we had some racks that we had to move. And they made arrangements with the Ministry of Works for us to put it there. And it is still there at present. Right? It is still there. So that the plan was, or the discussion was about going there. However, the buildings are being removed, so therefore what will happen is that it will end up with a big empty space.
so this is being done without any word forthcoming to you. The demolition.
Yes, yes. And so I don't know, maybe they have other uses for it, but time will tell and we'll see what will happen for it. I mean, that doesn't belong to us, it belongs to the government.
So what position is Hatters in
No.
at present?
Hatters is not functioning, except we are running online class, music theory classes for our membership. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. President? Okay. Okay, just to repeat some of your comments behind that club statement. Just for the record, I know you are the president of just for the editor's purposes who don't know you. Just tell us your name.
Okay, my name is Beverly Ramsey Moore, and I am the president of Pantry and Bagel. So this morning, the purpose of my being here, of course, is to lend support to our member Hatters. Hatters is one of the oldest playing steel bands in Trinidad and Tobago. And when you say Hatters, you say San Fernando. Pan is community soul. Pan is the community, and I mean, we are not upset or anything about the development that is taking place, and we know that the price of progress is high, but at the same time we have to sit around a table and to resolve this issue. And so my coming here this morning was to be a part of the discussion with UDICOT so that we can come up with the best way so that the band can at least feel comfortable temporarily. Now, the manager or the chairman indicated that in the discussion there were promises made. Promises about a state-of-the-art facility, excellent. But while we are waiting on that, you need to take our steel band organization seriously. I mean, I came here this morning and I mean, I was really alarmed at what I saw. For too long, the movement and some of our panyards are not treated in the right way. A panyard is a sacred space, and we want to see our panyards develop the same way as we develop our community centers. We spend millions of dollars in the construction of community centers, and yet the space that you have the majority of young people coming to for several hours, there is no emphasis being placed on that. And so, as president of this organization, I want to let you know that it is the intention of this executive to treat our panyards as centers of excellence. And so the discussion will continue. After I leave here, I'm going to see Mayor Reguello, and I would have already spoken to the former MP for the area, that is Ms. Diane Sukaran, because she would have been a part of that, and we had a very good conversation. And the discussion will continue with UDICOT. Pantry and Bagel, we have an excellent relationship with the chairman of UDICOT, and so we will take the discussion to that level, and we will also be involved in the discussion with the MP. As leaders, we all have to sit around a table and to come up with the best solution for Hatters. I mean, we can't continue to treat Pan as though we are from the backwoods of society. It is a national instrument, and we need to put it on center stage. And I mean, it pains and grieves my heart to know that, you know, because the space is now opened up, that people can just walk in here, break in. Even the people who come in here and doing the stealing are very disrespectful. All right? Very, very disrespectful. And so we really need to sit around a table with all the leaders. We are not adverse to the development. I think it's an excellent development. But at the same time, while you were thinking of doing the demolition and all of that, you should have ensured that the band was comfortable. And so that is what we are upset about. We should not be coming here. I mean, we're living in a modern society, and we need to sit around a table and really discuss. The president of Trinidad had no need to be here this morning to come to sit around a table, and then you're hearing now that the meeting is cancelled. You don't treat pan people like that. We're not taking that. We have strong objections to that kind of treatment, because we need our young people to be in a safe and secret space. And as such, from what I'm seeing here, this space is not safe, and I really look forward to being a part of the discussion, where we can all sit as leaders in this country and work out a proper solution so that the band can carry on with its activities. Yeah?
So Mrs. Ramsey, I know you were supposed to come here to meet with the Utica people, right? What you were planning to put over to them and bring over to them this morning?
So the band need a space. Let us think about where we can put them. Finding solution. This is what it is about. It's not anything confrontational, but it's let us all sit around a table, how we can coexist and how we can move forward as from now. So it's just a way forward so that the band and its members can feel comfortable, because you notice that there is a mistrust kind of thing that is taking place. And so I was just coming so that we could really put things on paper and have it settled, so that we know for sure that yes, UDCOT will contribute to a state-of-the-art facility, and we need to have those things in writing.
Interim, like us up now, as regarding some of the concerns about moving into the demolition place, what you will recommend as president, and what is your organization going to lobby or do as regarding this?
Well, we need to find a space somewhere in the community. I mean, I am sure there is some place, and as I said, when I leave here, I'm going to talk with the mayor, so that we can look around San Fernando. Mayor, where you think is best for the band to go temporarily. Because I don't want the band to be pushed out of this prime space. You know, sometimes they feel, well, it's pan and you're supposed to go in the back. No. This is a prime space, so if it is said that they're going with north and west, or the additional space will be provided somehow, pan must remain right here.
And this is considering the time frame of which they were occupied.
That's right, and I mean, they've been here for a number of years. I mean, 44 years, you can't just remove people like that. So I don't know who the main players are, and I was hoping that I would have been able to meet with them this morning so that they can understand that you don't treat people like that, you know. The arrangements should have been made even before the development started. And that is how you build trust, and that is how you develop a relationship. That is how you take people seriously. I mean, you don't treat us like that. And I will not stand as president and allow our member to be treated like that. No. We are also important. PAN is community soul. The community, Hatters was built on the back of San Fernando. One of the oldest played steel bands in this community. If not the oldest, is it the oldest? I think it's in South. That's right. And so, you don't treat them like that because it's PAN. You know, and as I mentioned before, I had a conversation with the former MP a couple of days ago, and she too is very concerned and will do all in her powers to assist. And of course, you know that her son is the MP, and I'm certain that Mr. Alwari will do all in his powers to assist. But we need to have things down on paper. We need to have those promises concretized so that they'll feel comfortable.
President, regarding the alternative arrangements that you've got made, or when would they will be meeting with them again, and how important do you see this particular issue in the eyes of the PAN fraternity?
It is very important, because you know it's all for one and one for all. If you do what does that, then who you're coming for next? You know what I'm saying? And it's all about dialogue, you know. It's all about how the respect and how you treat the members, PAN sides, bands. You know, too many of our steel band organizations feel, you know, less than. And it's time for the light, you know, to be shone on all of those bands. They are important. We make the kind of contribution that we make to the development of young people and the development of communities. Nobody pays us for that, you know. Who pays the tutor when they come to the panyard? The bands of themselves. And in these difficult times where, you know, COVID and the entertainment industry is on a pause and so on, we have to find the strength within. We come to panyards for hours to babysit people's children. And at the same time, we instill discipline and order in their lives. You think about even during Panorama, you know, you like to talk about you come to Panorama and you're playing one song for 3 months to go to Panorama. Nothing is wrong with that. You know what it is to stand up behind a pan for about 25 minutes drilling one part of a song? You know the discipline that you maintain, and whilst you're doing that, you're coaching and instilling skills in these young people. As leaders, we spend hours here and we are making a contribution towards the development of young people. So it's not only about the plan, it's the training and the life skills that you give them. And if you don't recognize the value that we are contributing to this community, then you treat us anyhow.
When is the next meeting? Did they say?
Well, I understand that the next meeting is on Wednesday. So I will make myself available again. So I was planning to go back to Tobago this afternoon, but then it seems as though it's impossible. So I will be here on Wednesday with Hatters. But in the meanwhile, as I said, I'm going to reach out to the relevant persons. All right, and from Pantry and Bago standpoint, we are going to send out an official letter to UDCOT. We are going to also reach out to the Member of Parliament for the area. I'm going to see the Mayor immediately after I'm done here, because we can all resolve this matter. And all Hatters is asking for temporary relocation until you provide this so-called state-of-the-art facility. Because, you know, and that is one of the things, even in my life as a community leader, normally when contractors or whoever come in your community, what do people benefit in? After you leave, you're supposed to put down some preschool, some kind of facility that will contribute to human capital development. And that is what we are saying. No spot, don't think that this spot is too prime for pan. You know what I'm saying? And we are hoping that in all the discussion, they will have a better understanding of the contribution we make to the development here in Trinidad and Tobago. Don't just see it as pan, but see it as a national development that we too are participating in.
Mr. Ramsey, you will also be taking the proposition to have them housed at the demolition building?
Well, the building is being demolished, so obviously, if you had promised to take them there, imagine there was a discussion around, okay, why don't you relocate us over the road?
Yeah, they were talking about it.
Right. Yeah. And then by the Sunday, the same persons that you promised to use the building, they're saying that it is being demolished. So that is what is happening, and that is not fair. That is not fair. You're just making people feel angry and lack of trust and all of that. You know, because I mean that would have been an ideal spot temporarily. Why disappoint the people? So I'm gonna hear more of that as I talk with UDCOT and of course have all the players involved. Together we can settle this. Yeah, we can settle this.